Hey everybody, you're listening to the Combo Wombo podcast. I'm Chip. Monk with me as always is the Mr. Gimpy.
What's going on, brother?
What's happening, dude? We are here today.
Blessed by the sun, dude.
Getting hit, praise it. Praise the sun, dude.
This little,
yeah, man.
little solar, dude. Holy shit, dude. It's bright as fuck in this basement right now, man.
Yeah, dude. Welcome to spring, like, dude. It's sprung up.
Yeah. I don't think, like, we've recorded it this time before, and it's never been this bright, dude. Like,
dude, the sun's checking you slipping, bro.
It's straight staring me down, dude. I you ever have to put sunglasses inside, dude? That's what it's like.
Man. Looking like Ray Charles up in here, dude.
Yeah, for real. I was literally thinking about it, but I'm like, at least it's to my back. But I'm looking at like the screen, and I see it. I'm like, ooh, that's bright. That's bright.
It's hitting you, dude.
I should probably hit some filters on, but it's too. I don't know about the glaze, but
it's glazing in your face, dude.
I don't know about that.
It's right off that reflection, my guy.
Oh shit! How you been, Chip?
Oh man, been great. No complaints here. Living life.
Yes, sir.
Been playing a lot of that Hearthstone. Still playing the two-headed dragon mode or whatever.
Yeah,
two-headed giant. I don't know what they call it. It's their bootleg version of that. It's been going pretty good. I don't know. It's got that casino addictiveness back. I had to capture that feeling again. I used to like just playing Battlegrounds, but I don't know. I wish you could communicate better with your teammate. Like I showed you like a game I was just playing where like positioning and stuff matters because of how effects get triggered and
would you say voice chat would help that a lot? Because you can type, right?
Yeah, no, you can only emote, dude. You gotta communicate through a series of sophisticated hieroglyphs, dude. It's like an X, a check mark, a little like portal symbol, dude.
Gotcha, dude.
And then like you have like angry faces and like steamy faces, dude. Like, yeah, that's all you get, man. You get spicy face, dude.
It's a little rough.
That's it.
Rough. But you can team up with a friend that you know, right? And then do
you could be like on Discord or something and destroy. I played a few with the Professor before, and we did okay. He was kind of struggling.
Wow, shots fired.
Yeah. We both were, dude. It was late. We're just like, But it's also that casino style mechanic. It's like sometimes you just don't get cards, dude.
Yeah, not in the heart of the cards.
Yeah, man.
Speaking of cards, I just received my Kickstarter for the Slay the Spire board game.
Oh, dang.
That
really happened. It's a real thing, dude.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
Did you do the Super Meat Boy one?
There's a board game for Super Meat Boy? No, I
yeah,
did
they did something. I think it was the Binding of Isaac.
No, I got the Binding of Isaac card game as well.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. There's an expansion too that I needed to grab. But yeah, I'll have both. So I'm excited about that. Two of my favorite indie games, and Slay the Spire. I was like, man, if they make a board game, I'm immediately buying it. And this was like when the game first came out. And the Kickstarter came up, dude. I immediately backed that. It's been probably a year, maybe two.
Damn.
Since kickstarting it, I legit forgot.
How much was it, dude? Do you even remember?
I think I backed it for 100 and something. I was like the second tier, whatever the second tier was. I didn't want to go too hard on it, but I was like, it's a board game. Board games are typically like $70 for a decent one, like on sale, you know. So I'm like, $100 is I'm basically buying it retail. But that like whatever tier I did came with an expansion and like a playmat and stuff. I'm like, okay,
nice.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
haven't gotten to play it yet, just because I'm the only one in my house that plays that game, and like like kids are too little to really understand it. My wife's like, "What the fuck did you buy?" I was like, "I'll play with the boys." At some
point. About it. She's like, "What is this?" And you're like, "I don't know." It's just some relic from the past, dude.
Like a lot of the stuff that I kickstarted like years ago are coming to fruition this year. So I have a fighting game that's like homage to Bushido Blade called Die by the Blade. That's coming. I should have it Monday, because they're opening up for early Kickstarters, so I should have it Monday.
Oh, dang.
So hopefully that's good, because the console versions got delayed till September, but the PC version's coming out now. So that doesn't spell well for the potential community coming out right away, but already like a single hit potential kill in a fighting game is already a niche market. So I'm hoping fans of Bushido Blade come out.
What was that game? Was it Dive Kick? Similar style concept.
Yeah.
No time out.
We got
you froze up on me, dude.
You're frozen for me, brother. Should we?
All I got is like sassy eyes, dude.
That's all right. We'll keep going. You're there. It's not a crazy expression. You just kind of joined up. It's all right. It's all right.
The technical difficulty episode.
Yeah. We'll just leave it at that. I could turn off the camera. Turn it back on. Oh, there you go. You're back. You're back. You're back. You're back. Don't do anything. No, you were back, brother.
Technical difficulties, dude.
There it goes. You were back when he said, I'll be back. It's all right. It's all right. You're back.
Yeah, no, like you just stopped moving. It was just like, I don't know. I told you I was having issues with the cord here.
Discord's completely screwing you because now your voice is like out of sync, but it's fine. We'll deal with it.
Just work around it.
Yeah. So I have that, and then there's another board game that I backed a Kickstarter like back in last July that's coming out this June. So all of my Kickstarters are like a year in the making, dude. So it's like I've already paid for it, so it's like I'm getting presents in the mail at this point.
Heck yeah, dude!
So I'm excited.
Christmas shop for yourself, dude. Secret Santa, dude.
Exactly. So it's been good stuff, man. And the weather's out. It's Cinco de Mayo. Happy Cinco de Mayo to everybody.
Merry Cinco de Mayo, dude.
Yeah, right. Merry Cinco de Mayo. So, man, I gotta say, dude, it's been some crazy stuff, like media wise. You know, the Drake and Kendrick beef that's been going off like daily. It's been fun to listen to. See what's going on wrestling wise, which we always kind of touch on wrestling on this pod. Kenny Omega came back.
Yeah, Kenny's hurt, but he's back.
He came back and did some spots. He's babyface now.
All Elite's losing their mind, dude. The Young Bucks.
Yep. So Young
is
Bucks
this
and Okada
is
versus
this
Kenny Omega.
them circling the drain?
This is like their last ditch effort to keep popularity alive. And honestly, as soon as Kenny Omega came back, he has such a certain aura around him.
Yeah,
like he's definitely just like he's someone you pay attention to when he's on screen.
Yeah, he had a really good beef with the other guy they just picked up, the New Japan World Champ.
What do you mean the other guy? Okada? Because Okada, bro, he was the guy in Japan, dude.
But him and Kenny have had some like crazy matches. So,
bro, they're the best matches of all time. I feel you're underselling this quite a bit. Have you watched the matches?
No, dude. I'm just letting people know, dude. I've heard murmurs, dude.
What?
I've never been big into New Japan. The only thing I've done that is watch like Kenny Omega.
Revoke your cards, brother.
Kenny's walkout at the Tokyo Dome, dude. Like that's insane, dude. Like he's built different in Tokyo, dude.
You gotta watch all three matches, dude. They were the if you enjoy wrestling, it's peak wrestling.
A lot of people put like the death of WCW when I think it was that episode where they maybe or something, but it was like Mankind's gonna win the WWE championship on the other channel. So I guess you got that to look forward to. And like literally people like left and wouldn't watch WWE to watch that match. So it was like it felt like that a lot with like the CM Punk beef.
Okay.
I'm frozen up again, dude.
No, you're back. Don't move. You're fine. So, damn it. It's like he doesn't hear me. That's all right. Technical difficulties the episode. What's up, brother?
Yeah, dude.
All right.
I don't know. Is the camera? Is it just Discord? Maybe should I just restart the whole thing?
It seems to be your internet, dude. I don't think you can fix it because you're a lot more pixelated than ever, and it's a whole thing.
All right, hold on. I'll try and restart the Discord.
All right. I'll give it that. I'll do a quick little pause here. All right, little technical difficulties, but
so anyway, let me tell you something, brother. It's like a lot of people like put that moment where like WCW is like, oh, look at what Mankind's doing over at WWE is like the death nail, but it had already kind of been like a little bit long time coming. I felt like that with like Tony Khan coming out and like calling out CM Punk and showing backstage footage where it's like, dude, we don't care. Like, it's like, are you building a story somehow with this? Is like CM Punk going to come back? Because it seems like he's trash. Like signing. Yeah, it's like, wow, dude, like you guys have like some of the best wrestlers in the world. And I don't know, like CM Punk even said that in like the interview where they're like, he's like, what do they even do over there? He's like, I guess they put on really good matches and that's it, Yeah. He's like, yeah, that's all you need in a wrestling program. And I felt that way like when All Elite first came out, where it seemed like they were giving more credence to like wins and losses, and they're trying to book it more like a UFC or a boxing style. Whereas like, yeah, like we're gonna have matchmakers and it's gonna matter like your wins and losses, and we're gonna give people who are climbing up the ladder a shot at the title. And they just kind of threw all that shit out the window like a couple of years in.
Yeah.
But I have high hopes still for them. It just seems kind of like they don't know what they're doing though.
They don't. That's all right.
They're just loud.
Figure it out. But excited Omega's back. If we get Kenny Omega versus Kazuchika Okada in America,
Swerve, dude,
it's pretty great. Pretty great.
Shout to Swerve, dude. Oh my god, dude, shit fucking froze up again, bro.
Just let it go, dude. Just let it go.
Spoke Swerve Strickland's name.
Let it
He's
go.
like Candyman freezing up my fucking computer.
Just let it go. You can hear me, right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I can't hear you like when you freeze up. If I'm like, oh,
really?
I'm frozen.
I
like,
hear you the entire time, and then you just come back. But yeah, man, I wanted to. We'll make this quick since we're having some issues here. But I wanted to highlight something that a lot of startup game devs don't realize. They're like, hey, what's the newest and greatest game engine I can use, right? The main thing that we've been speaking on this pod since our inception is use what you're comfortable with, right? And speaking to that, just because a game engine is discontinued doesn't mean it's suddenly trash, right? So
sure.
The Helldivers 2 team used BitSquid to make Helldivers 2, and that engine has been discontinued for like 6-7 years before that, and they just added on it themselves and kept going. Elder Scrolls Fallout uses the like 20-year-old creation engine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of people are like, man, it's long in the tooth, did something new.
It is.
And like Witcher also use like an older engine, and I don't know, like they're switching up to like Unreal now. It seems like a lot of big corporations now are just like, you know what, fuck it, let's just put our resources in other places.
Which I don't like, because it gives Epic and the Unreal Engine too much control over the industry, I feel, because then we're relegated to the 360 era, where that era, for how good the games were, a big staple of that era was brown.
Gunmetal gray and shades of brown.
Exactly. So I think different engines having different pluses and minuses to each one gives us a little more variety. And yes, art direction and things like that go a long way, but sometimes an engine is really good at one thing, and Unreal Engine 4 at that point in time was really good at generating dust.
There's a lot of older engines right now that like got discontinued, but like went open source.
Shout out ID Tech 3 for sure. ID Tech 4, I believe, too.
It's like Neo Access. I know they open source like all the Doom source code and stuff at one point.
Yeah,
so I've seen like a lot of people messing around with that, like remaking games using that engine. Let's see, we got Easy Engine, we got Copper Cube, dude. We got Wicked Engine. There's like a slew of like weird engines that like don't really get any talk.
Even like older engines that have had AAA development, like Gamebryo, right? Gamebryo came out in 97, and the last game it came out was like the Ghost in the Shell, like free-to-play game in 2015, 2016. Came out and used that. The game didn't survive, but the game didn't need to look modern. It was just a free-to-play game. It needs to run as much hardware as possible, and that engine solved that. Which Gamebryo was another thing that completely, it already had like a built-in net code handling and things like that, so it just worked. So that being said, people are like, hey, I'm using like an older version of GameMaker. Does like the newer version of GameMaker have more features? Sure. Do you need them? That's the question you need to ask yourself. I got my chops using Construct 2. Great engine. Yeah, fantastic engine. People are like, should I go to Construct 3? You can, but you don't have to. Use 2. Like, does 3 have more features? Sure. It comes with everything that's new, right? But you're comfortable with it. This is what you have. Keep your scope in line. You'll be just fine.
Like G develops like a nice
I didn't mean to put a bar out there, but if you're scope in line, you'll be just fine.
Speaking bars, dude. Speaking of Minecraft enchantment chamber,
right?
The tables.
And on top of that too, it's like,
twisted, dude.
Do you need a standalone engine, right? Can you just make a mod and get your idea out there? The guy who's working on the Gunman Chronicles is making a standalone game. Gunman was a mod for Half-Life Alyx. There's 2 chapters, and the guy was doing very well. And he's like, fuck it, we're learning Unity, and we're making a whole goddamn game out of it. So you can start off, just get your
proof of concept, quick, like whatever tools you're comfortable with.
Get your idea out there, man.
It's like a hammer versus a brick versus like a nail gun, where it's like, you can use them all kind of the same, and like whatever you're comfortable with is going to be the nail gun for you. I think everyone goes into like a weird creation. If you like when you're making a game or developing something, there's like a part where like after you kind of write up like your thesis and like your game plan, at a certain point you're like, maybe there's a magical tool that will do the work for me. And so then you start like going down like a rabbit hole of like, what else is available? What else can I use? Like, is there some sort of add-on or plugin or
yes, sir.
Blueprint that I can just like use and it'll like speed up my development? Like, yes, but then there's like a sunk cost to that. Like if you like spend all your time like looking for like a shortcut or a secret, dude, like there is no secret, dude. The secret's like hard work and like putting in like the work. Yeah, like whatever engine you use is going to be time consuming and difficult. Like I think that's like what people don't put up front enough. It's like there's a lot of great resources out there. If like you're like, oh, what game engine I should be using, you should be like, bro, just pick one and start making whatever it is. Like you should be like, what game do I want to make, and then how can I make it, and how can I break that down into small chunks of that game and like develop like those smaller pieces.
Yeah, very true. And I said I think I had my first like truly completed game in Counter-Strike 2, but the where I made my bones was Click and Play back in the day, back in the 90s, dude. With shout out Click Team, man, making an engine that had a free to learn versions for 7 days, then a very limited version that you can make like small projects on. And I was probably 7, 8, learning how to do this stuff. I think Click Team Fusion or something, and then they upgraded, and that was like a time in my life where you're a kid, you can't afford things, you're good with computers, so what do? You pirate, right? So I pirated a lot of the.
My first gaming making experience was like on the Apple 2 or 3. It was like the first like Mac like for school.
Yeah,
it was like the turtle. Remember like programming a turtle? It was a little turtle.
Oh, I never did that.
I took a whole class about like doing
I did take a basic like summer course.
I made a wrestling game. Just kind of goes full circle, dude. And like it didn't like really do anything, but I got like 2 images of like wrestlers that kind of made in like MS Paint. They kind of look like South Park style characters.
Yep.
And then like I did like a little voice and recorded on there, and I got them to play like a little intro for like their bout.
Yep.
It was great, dude. Like I don't know, like you can do a lot with anything if you like,
yeah, exactly.
have a vision. Most games should probably start like on a piece of paper or like a PowerPoint. Like if you can like present like each of the screens or the idea and then like pitch it, or like even like 3D. Like a lot of times now, like I'll just make like a 3D or a video mock-up of how the game should work, like an animation, like a 2D or 3D animation. And like this is kind of like a vertical slice that doesn't work, but it's like an idea or a proof of concept. It's almost like concept video. I feel like that's because like gameplay is so hard to convey in just like a series of words or images. And so you can get like some sort of motion or video to capture that. Like it's always a great place to start.
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels like almost like a deconstruction. It's like, where should I start game development? It's like, well, you should learn, 2D or 3D animation. And then like,
I think
write things down.
You don't even need to, right? I think just passion is like really what you need. Because there's so many, if you're a solo dev, there's so many different avenues to go. People like, learn this first. I found, like, for me, dude, like when I was just starting, just diving in, and having the passion for it, and then figuring out what you need at the end of the day, you pick up so many different skills throughout it, and every project that you make, you'll pick up new skills, right? You'll learn what you need. So then your next project will be better, the next project will be faster, things like that. Scope gets bigger and everything else. But there's so many different things that I've learned through this, right? Music, sound effects, game feel, gravity parameters, like hitboxes, animation, like state animation stuff, ledge forgiveness. There's so much that you can't just learn and then have your first game be, a banger. Your first game, people have famously said it's not gonna be good, right? That's what people say. But I'd say I disagree with that. As a flat statement, because your first game is as good as you make it, right? So you may not have the skills, but if you make it so you're happy until you're happy with it, right? Make it so it's a game you'll play, and at that point, I don't think it's a failure.
How much time you're willing to put into it too. It's like your first game is probably gonna be awful, but it's like, if you spend like 5 or 6 years working on this and learning all those skills along the way, it's like it might be pretty decent. Exactly. So it's just like a time commitment and like the work you gotta do. Like it's not gonna be like, oh, I made this in 30 days, it's great. And like it's a number one.
Yeah, man. So to kind of close out the thought today, the famous Toho project, a bunch of shmups, and it's like an open source thing where anyone can make a game in it and be legitimized in the project. Zen uses I'm pretty sure it's a 30-year-old like base engine to make the games right now. So like games are fun no matter what your tool is, man. Just
damn, I didn't know we're doing like Jerry Springer final thoughts.
Go,
but
go with what you're comfortable with. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, let me tell you something, brother.
My final thought.
If you put on the final boss, The Rock's WrestleMania entrance to Tech Nine's Face Off, they line up perfectly. I found that out, and I don't know what to do with that information, but I'm putting it out there on the web, dude.
All right. And with that note, I'm Mr. Gimpy.
Chipmunk. We out.
We out of here. Happy Cinco, everybody.
Peace.
Later.
Happy Cinco.